What's going on? A little early morning video. Got some Starbucks coffee. So that's gonna be part two of Shed Some Light videos. Episode 2 right here. So this item I got for $50 at an estate sale. Don't know much about it. I've had this for years. It's a good piece. It's all original. I've looked up this artist's signature, and pretty much I'm pretty confident this is who I think painted this, but their art is not anything to what this is at all. It's like 1,000 times different of a spectrum of stuff that they would typically paint. But this one artist was known to do some abstract art. There is a couple pieces of him that he's done some abstract, and this does kind of look a little bit like something that he would do for abstract wise. So I've looked up this painting hundreds of times just to keep confirming that I'm pretty sure that this is who it is. So we'll get right into the painting. It's been sitting, so it's got some dust on it. It's got some wear. It's got some wear from even when I brought it home from the sale. So this is the picture, and we'll talk about it. So it's a Charles Stepule abstract painting, all hand done. Looks like probably like an acrylic, like done on an acrylic. It's a very interesting piece. I see some robots in here. That's all I really saw was like this is kind of like a robot dancing or something. Here's his head, a couple arms, and a box. I don't know. It's abstract art, so it's whatever you see out of it. Some kind of spinning top space machine. I don't know. But Charles Stepule was not one to draw or paint anything like this. He did a lot of ocean scenes for Cape Cod. So at least I'm in the location of where this would be a Stepule. So because he's famous for Cape Cod boat scenes and ocean scapes, landscapes, stuff like that, this is very rare for him to paint this. Must have been blazed up one night or tripping sack or something. I don't know what he was doing, but let's get into the signature. So as far as the damage, this is the damage that was caused when I bought this painting. It's right here. I bought like 10 or 20 different paintings, and one kind of pinched this in the back. Kind of scuffed it out, and then it pinched it right there. But other than that, it's in pretty good shape. This was there. I don't know what that is. Some of this wear might have been from me or the previous owner. I'm not too sure. Some more wear over here. The puppies want to go out. But this is the picture again, laying down. And now we're gonna dive into the signature. Signature's tough, but we will try to get it where you can see it. Yeah, let me get some different lighting here. It's tough because he did it in this blue. It doesn't show up too well. So we got the S. And he always does a dragged out T. So this T is like it dragged out. Goes all the way out to there. And there's his E. And a P. And a U, L, and an E. I don't know if you guys can read that. So I haven't had this authenticated. I've just looked at, I don't know, 100 different Charles Stepule pictures, art, paintings, whatever you want to call them. Looked at at least 100 of his paintings, and I'm no expert. I always get you to check on my chin. I'm no expert on signatures, but if you put these two side by side, it's identical with the T that flares. I don't know. I mean, there could have been another Stepule that was painting stuff, but to drag that T and just everything's like really, really good, you know? Like the signature. It's just a really good signature of, I'm pretty confirmed that it is a Stepule. I just need to pay someone to confirm that it's a Stepule. So, his art goes for, it varies. I've seen some Stepule go for like 200. I've seen some go for 2,000. The last abstract that I think was sold, it was like 10 years ago that sold. It was like in the 90s. There's only a couple of these abstracts by him, so pretty much only like two that I've ever seen besides this one. So it's hard to say what this is worth, considering condition. The art is still the art. It's a nice piece. It's cool. It's different. It's on black. It's just odd. It don't look like it took much time. Maybe a day, a couple hours. But I've always valued this at about 2,000. So if I was looking to get rid of it, that's probably what I would ask for it, because that's what I think it's worth. It could be worth more. It could be worth less. But I think 2,000's pretty fair on this one. It's not framed or anything, but it's a good raw abstract from, I don't know, maybe the 70s, 80s, 60s. I'm not too sure. It's within that 30-year span, which is a pretty big span, but it's within that time period. Maybe somebody else sees something that I don't see in here. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this abstract art. Like I said, I paid $50 for it. What would you pay for it? And what do you think it's worth just by looking at it? Like, it's all about the eye of the beholder, you know? So, you're the eye, and let's just assume that you were the beholder. What would you think it's worth? Not considering it's a stepule or whatever, just in general, I guess, like, for art-wise, what would you pay for it? That's always a good analyst. Prosperous, Proctorius, Bartholomewus. So, yeah, pretty cool painting. I got that like, I don't know, 4 years ago. Been holding it, taking good care of it. Trying to push my subscriber level up. We're at 85. Got to get 15, 16 more to go live. I can't go live on any of the, yard sales and estate sales and storage units and anything like that. Can't go live. I'd like to. So, help out my page. Tell a friend. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Write a comment. Comments always help. Yeah, let me know if you want to. Well, we're going into episode 3, but if you want to go into episode 3 sooner, chat it up. I don't mind making these as I go. I'll do one of these a day. It don't matter. I got tons of stuff. Tons of stuff to figure out for rares. So, yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good weekend. Hope you guys did good on these Black Friday sales and all this fire sale stuff going on. Hope you made out with some good items or got some good items for yourself for cheap and stuff like that. We got our stack of games here, and we got a stack of games in the car, so we treated ourselves this Christmas. So you should treat yourself to something nice, all you resellers. I know we don't, we tend to look at everything as a value and tend not to keep anything for ourselves just because we're so eager to grind the item out. But you should really consider keeping a couple things. If I come across a nice jacket, it's got a little wear, I mean, I keep it. It's as simple as that. There's certain things that I keep. Yeah, just stuff like that. You want to keep some items. Never hurts to keep a couple items. You don't want to have a stockpile of stuff either, but yeah, I'm gonna just say a couple more things on this one, sorry. But guys used to make fun of me when I used to do this. I started doing this like 6 years ago, buying, selling, collecting, maybe 5 years ago, but 5 or 6 years ago. Buying, selling, collecting, trading, and they always used to make fun of me. They would say, "Hey, Justin, what do you collect?" And I'd say, "I collect knitting needles." Wait, you collect what? I collect knitting needles. That's what I collect. I got like 200 knitting needles. And they're like, "Do you knit?" And I'm like, "No, I just collect knitting needles." Why collecting knitting needles? I don't know. It's just like I would always come across a lot of knitting needles, so that's what I collected. So I got made fun of for years, and was like, oh man, I really need to start collecting something else. So I started collecting planers. I had like 200 planers, so I was like, oh, just buying planers. And then I'd purge them and be like, yeah, I don't want to collect planers anymore. And then I'd be like, I'm going to collect screwdrivers. So I'd go and buy all the screwdrivers I could. Oh, I don't want to collect screwdrivers anymore. I still have like all my screwdrivers. But Yeah, so I just used to get made fun of my collection, so I decided to collect something a little more proper of a collection. So that's why we started doing the PS4 collection, just because kind of getting sick of made fun of about collecting knitting needles. So it's always good to collect something, because if you're getting it for cheap and you build up a nice inventory of your collection, your collection will be worth something later on, just like baseball cards or video games or hunting gear or whatever, tools or whatever. So that'll hold value for you for later. I don't know. That's just a little quick bit of don't sell everything. You should collect at least one thing and store it. Don't sell it and come back to it later. If you really don't appreciate your collection, get rid of it and start a new one. But out of 5 or 6 years, I've had like 3 or 4 or 5 different collections of different things. So I don't know. Video games I've collected. I had 2,000, 3,000 video games at one point, and we just got rid of them, all different genres and stuff like that. Like I said, the planers, we collected those for a couple of years. The screwdrivers, collected those for a couple of years. It's different things. Keeps it fun. And sometimes immense collections can do well. Sometimes they can do really bad. So keep that in mind too. Coins is definitely a really good one to get into right now if you're getting into a collection. Coins, comics is good because it's cheap. Coins are cheap, just in the moment. Planers are cheap. Planers are good to get back into. I like screwdrivers because they're all different. They're like old ones. They're odd, and they make a lot of them, a lot of different kinds, sizes, shapes. So you can immense a nice collection that way too. But till the next video of episode 3. Hope you like the Charles Stepule art. It's a good one. Yeah. Until the next one. Peace.